This is Jay Teaches Reading for All, Lesson 7, introducing the letter G. Students, I'd like you to say the sound of these letters that we've already had. First of all, apple. Then down here, nut. This one, bat. Cap. Donut. Egg. Flag. And we'll be having the G soon. Now, just real quickly, in case you'd like to order a hard copy of the book, you can address a check or money order to, I don't know about address it, but you can make it out to Jay Shutt for $28 from the United States, $35 from a country outside the United States. Address the envelope to Post Office Box 581, Interlaken, Florida 32148. All right, now we're going to do some review. First of all, words from the last two lessons. And students, I'd like you to try to say these words before I do. Let's give you a better look at them. First one. Ed. Next. Bed. Next. Ned. End. Ben. Den. Okay, teachers, if you think students need more practice, you can click the pause mouse and give them a little more practice on these. Okay, now we're going to go to lesson 6 words. And once again, students, say these before I do. Fan. Fad. Fed. And again, teachers, if students need more practice, you can just use the pause button and give them some more practice. Now we're going to go to the sentences, and since we're already on lesson 6, we'll just stay with this. And teachers, you can have students read these sentences to you. You don't have to worry about true or false explanations. Just have them read, help as needed. Use pause. Now we'll go to the lesson. Oops. No. We'll go back to lesson 5. And have students read these to you Teachers, use pause. Now, teachers, you have the option of using a spelling test with the students on these words, which I would actually recommend if they're having trouble pronouncing these words. I would give them a spelling test, and that'll help sounding out these words. So you can use pause and do that if you'd like. It's up to you. And now we're going to the new letter, which is G, G, gun. And it might be a good idea to cover up the sentences. Of course, for those not doing the printing, just go right ahead into the section where we're going over these words. But those doing the printing, notice that the capital G, you won't be able to notice it unless I get it in focus. Capital G is started like the capital C, where you go around counterclockwise. And before you get all the way up, you make a mouth on it right here. And then the small g you make just like you'd make, or you start like you're making the A. You're coming around counterclockwise again, making a flat side and coming down and making a kind of a fish hook down here. So use the pause button, those of you that are doing the printing. And should have mentioned, have the students say G after each practice until you're sure they know the sound. All right, here are the 3 new words. 3 new words. Let's recount that, Mr. J. How about 5 new words? First one, G. Egg. Gag. Now, a gag can be several things. A gag can be a trick that you play on somebody. You might throw a rubber spider in front of somebody's feet, that spider that looks real, and scare them. That's a gag. Also, a gag can be stuffing or covering someone's mouth so they can't talk. Also, you might gag if you get something that you're trying to swallow, but it gets stuck in your throat, and you can't get it down, and you start gagging because of that. So it's got about 3 different meanings. Next one is gab. Gab. Gab means to talk about things that are really not important things. Next one. Bag. Bag. Next. Egg. Egg. And the last one. Egg. Beg. Beg is what a dog does when you're eating at the table, and it's kind of making a whiny sound and looking at you with pleading eyes. You know, beg is pleading for something. People can do the same thing. So, teachers, I'd like you, again, to use the pause button and go over these words with students. Help them as needed. Okay, now we're going to do the printing practice. And for those students that need the dot to dot, teachers, you got 5 dot to dot words to do. And for the students who know how to print, that'll make life easier. Use pause. Now we're going to do the spelling test for teachers who are working with very young students who haven't mastered printing and you're using the cutouts. You'll need 5 letters. You'll need 2 G's, a B, E, and an A. So use pause and give the spelling test. We'll just cover up the words. No peeking. Okay, now we're going to do true and false. Here are the true and false sentences. Teachers have students read them twice, once silently, once out loud, and after they've read them out loud, they give their final true and false answer and give you the reason for that answer. Use pause. Here are my answers. Ned can gab. True. Anybody can gab. Number 2. A gag can be bad. I say true. If somebody puts a tack on your seat when you don't see them do it and you sit down, you would say that gag is a bad gag. Number 3. A bag can beg. No, bags are not alive. They're not doggies. They're not cats. They're not people. They can't beg. False. Number 4. A fan can add an egg. This is false, just silly, even sillier than number 3. All right. Now, let's do some rhyming words with the students. And I'm just going to go through these real quickly. And then, teachers, I want you to take the students through these words once or twice. You might want to even do it a third time if you think it's needed. Here they are, the first set. Ed, bed, fed, Ned. Then egg, beg. Then bag, gag. And then dad, fad, bad, and add. And last, cab and gab. That was next to last. Last, Ben and den. All right, teachers, use pause. Have the students go through these 2 or 3 times. Our next lesson is going to be lesson number 8 on the H, which is house. And you have an invitation to join me at my house for this lesson.